Is it good in your ear holes? Do you want
Yeah.
louder, softer,
My holes are good.
harder, softer?
I go a little softer, if you don't mind. I don't know what number I am.
You're number 3.
Yeah, I am. Am I rule number 3? Always go for the joke.
Always go for the joke.
If you need to burp,
Lean in.
lean in. We like to judge burps.
Oh, heard. Okay. Heard, Chef.
He's
You know what?
excited
You know
about
what?
it.
I can't remember the last time we had somebody excited about that.
All right.
Now though, you got to follow through. I mean, you just set a bar.
I'm not much of a burper. I cough a lot, so I'm gonna be like,
I don't think we're judging coughs.
don't put that on here.
Well, you know. Oh yeah, we don't edit.
Is that those said rules?
Rule number 3.
Always go for the joke.
Always go for the joke.
That's actually a good rule.
Go
in
for the
life.
go for the what?
The joke.
The choke.
The joke, not the choke. Not the choke.
Hey, but
I like being choked, but that's another story.
we also don't. We
That's
also
another
don't
podcast.
kink shame.
No, we
Okay,
don't.
perfect.
That was
Okay.
wow. That was about a year ago with that.
When
that
the
came
kink shaming didn't happen.
out. The no longer with us red sash.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. We're drinking some
Pseudo soup.
pseudo soup. Thanks, Aaron, for the
You're welcome.
tasty beverage. What are you drinking?
I am drinking. It's called Big Sippin' from Odell. This is the imperial version of Sippin' Pretty.
Not to be confused with Big Pimpin'.
Nope, not at all.
Sipping ain't easy.
It's not.
Depending on who's doing the sipping.
Well, here we are. You can tell where this show's going to go.
Beers with Nigel is poured for you by Dire Oil Graphics, promotional products and design. They cover your brand bumper to bumper with graphic design, promo products, and print. See what Dire Oil Graphics can build for you at direoil.com. That's DYEROIL.com.
Smooth jazz.
Jazz.
Shout out to my boy Jonathan, who moved back to Vegas. The voice guy found him at Smoke one day. I was like, hey, you do voiceovers? That's exactly how I met him. I heard his voice. I was like, oh, my God, dude. Anyway.
Did you know him beforehand?
No.
Because that's a creepy opening line.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't even know where you're going with that.
At a buffet.
I just had someone here on Saturday and said, hey, does anybody know anyone that hires for voiceovers? And I'm like, well, I don't know anybody. Kelsey, she's a theater girl. She works for us. And she's like, oh, let me break it down for you. This is where you need to go.
Yeah.
They'll do voiceovers, voice acting, whatever you want to call it. Sign right up.
Yeah. Welcome to Beers with Nigel. It's a show about beer
And other stuff.
and other things, depending on what version of the show you find. Right?
We should probably carry something around that tells us what our own slogan is.
I mean,
It's been 4 years. We should know this.
Yeah, sure. But welcome to the show. And I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, Aaron.
Vigliaturo.
C. But
Vigliaturo.
Yes.
Vigliaturo.
Yeah. So
I mean, you feel like you got to do the Italian hand
When
sign.
I was younger, I pronounced it Vigliaturo, and my aunt said, do not ever say that again. It's Vigliaturo. Put the accents where they belong.
well, what's your official title?
Here,
General
at Rick's,
manager?
I'm an owner.
Okay, owner, general manager.
Yeah, owner, general manager at Rick's, yep.
Do all the other things as well.
All the things.
So yeah, we're at Bricks in downtown Lee Summit, which has now become a kind of a staple of the spots.
9 years.
9.
Has it been 9 years?
Wow.
March hit our 9-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
I had that didn't even occur to me it had been that long.
Time.
It feels like 20 for me, but
Well, also after all I know is there was pre-COVID and post-COVID. Everything else I can't.
So
count.
what's crazy is during COVID, when the shutdown happened, the shutdown was on our 5-year anniversary.
Oh Jesus!
And I said,
course.
oh man, I'll get these bad juju away from me. I hope this is not an omen. I just hope that we recover from this.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we did. Here we are.
When you came out strong.
Yeah. We opened up on Snake Saturday. That was our very first day open.
I do remember.
Very
that.
first day
Yeah.
open.
That's
No
the way-
soft opening at all.
That's
we
the
were
way you do
we were still screwing things into the wall on that Saturday when we opened up.
No, I do remember that, and people were just storming in.
It was wild.
I mean, that's the way to open a bar, though.
We knew.
Hey, let's put 10,000 extra people here.
Absolutely.
It's like bar rescue, the stress test.
Yeah. We knew we didn't want to open up after that date. We had to be open for that date no matter what. That was our goal.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we had a lot of issues with the city and inspections, and it just kept happening. But day of, they say, listen, if you get, it was one of these support beams. Like, if you get the support beam in screwed up, you guys are good to open.
Go and give me the shade.
Hey, Nigel, did you hit record?
I did. I just realized I didn't hit record on my device. I feel like
You know what? Vindication for the last 2.5 years, because one time
you didn't.
I didn't hit record.
18 minutes in, he didn't hit record.
I mean,
One time, and guess what?
I gave you shit for a long time.
someone's got to pay attention.
Okay, fair point. New rule.
There we go. I mean,
don't
it was weak, but
It
at
was
least
weak.
Hey,
It
look,
was an attempt.
he entered the Thunderdome.
I almost pulled my microphone away, and I was like, nope, don't do that.
Oh.
That's the thing. That's the thing you want to do, because nobody says go ahead and burp.
Yeah, right.
No, like your instinct is just kind of turn away.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to be proper. I'm like, oh, excuse me, real quick.
Yeah,
No, we don't want
Perfect.
proper.
we don't. Yeah, we don't like proper.
Love that.
So you'll figure that out on the recording. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine.
Oh, we'll be good.
Yeah. So let's get into Aaron's story.
All right.
You obviously own a bar. Mm-hmm. What is your background in the beverage industry? What were you drinking before you were 21?
Before okay, well, he wanted all that. I was
RC Cola.
So I was your typical pre-21-year-old drinking amaretto sours.
No
and
shit.
screwdrivers.
Wow.
We'd go to Sonic or Quick Trip and we'd get a soda. We'd come home and pour the.
Yeah. So when I was in high school, one of my good friends, we would drink on the weekends sometimes, and her aunt was all about us. She's like, listen, you can stay at my house. You guys can drink here as long as you're safe. No one's driving. So she would take me and two of our other friends. We went to Metcalf Liquor off of Metcalf Avenue, and she's like, oh, go pick what you want. I'm like, oh, we're going to walk into this liquor store? We walked to the liquor store, bought what we wanted to buy, and put it up on the counter. They didn't question anybody. Nowadays, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
Every single person in your party is getting ID'd.
Yeah, exactly.
So amaretto sours and screwdrivers. That was my drink of choice.
Why?
I don't, because I didn't know. I'm just like,
Listen,
going off someone's advice.
When you're that age, you are drinking whatever the first drink that somebody made for you was.
Absolutely.
Oh, I liked that. I'm going to keep ordering that.
Yeah. Oh,
And
amaretto sour, that was bad.
Until somebody else orders something different, and you go, ooh, I like that too.
I mean, I had beer back then, like a Bud Light. Someone gave me. I was like, "That's disgusting. I don't want that."
Still is.
It hasn't changed.
Right? So that's what I started off. When I turned 21, and I started going to bars. So I was the oldest out of my friend group. So when I started going to bars, I didn't know anybody. I was going by myself. So I would go in. I was like, oh, "What do I order? I'm not going to order a fucking amaretto sour." So I'm like, just thinking in my head. I'm like, "All right, I'm about to go up to the bar. What am I going to order?" So I'm just like thinking in my head. So I went back and channeled my good friend Snoop Dogg and ordered some gin and juice. And they're like, what kind of juice?
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, how about just a gin and tonic? And they're like, okay, perfect. So that's, don't ask.
I've never been asked what kind of juice. Isn't it normally like just fucking OJ or
It's
something?
always OJ.
Is it? I don't know, because
no
I've never
idea.
actually had a legit gin and juice, so I don't know.
My gin and juice story goes back to, when I lived in St. Joe years ago, and there's a college up there, so I hung out with the college folks, and then on the Wednesday night they would have penny gin and juice at this bar.
What?
Yeah.
How did they last longer than a month?
Honestly.
They probably did.
I mean, the markup's not that good.
I mean, I don't know. Gin, I'm pretty sure it was rot gut fucking gin. Well, he's trying,
better?
man.
You know,
He's trying.
I like that he's taking the challenge.
Yeah,
You know what's funny is like I can't burp on command. They're just happening. Okay.
No, that seemed like a weird flex.
I had to get it out.
That was
That was when it would have been stuck down here for a little bit.
that was a weird flex.
It's not a flex. I needed to get that out.
No,
Sometimes it happens.
I'm not.
Sometimes you just got to whip it out, Nigel.
No, here we are. So gin and tonics. That was your.
That was my 21 first time at the bar. That's what I'm drinking. I drank that for 3 or 4 years straight. Cannot fucking stand gin now. I hate it.
Really?
I hate it. Any kind of gin, I hate. Except I went to the Arrowhead Beer Fest like a month ago.
Yeah.
and I went with Mike and Julie James.
Yeah.
Yeah. They invited me to go. Spur of the moment, I was serving them that morning. They came in here on that Saturday. Like, do you want to go with us? I'm like, maybe. They're like, oh, we got your spot. Come on, let's go. So I went with them.
Yeah.
Spur of the moment. So we go, and we're doing our tastings around the whole stadium. Get up to this place, and it's a distillery. I was like, all right, let me go up here and see what it is, because I usually drink liquor more than I drink beer.
Yeah.
So I go up in there, and she's like, oh, yeah, we're gin. I was like, oh, I'm going to pass. She's like, no, come here. Let me just give you a sample.
Yeah.
So they make their own tonic in-house. It's Pinckney Bend by Herman, Missouri.
Okay.
So she's like, just let me give you just a baby sample of the gin and tonic we pre-made, because they had canned cocktails. I'm like, okay, give me just a little baby one. So she pours it in my taster cup, and I was like, that may be one of the best fucking gin and tonics I've ever had in my life. Huh. And I will drink that multiple times. She goes, give me your cup back. And she fills it up. I was like, this is so good.
That's awesome. So you've come back around.
No, it was so good. The tonic they make is like bright pink. So it's crazy visually. So like, that's not a gin and tonic.
Is that
is
some
kind
shit
of
you can
crazy
buy
cocktail.
in stores or what?
Yeah, they actually do sell it at the new Total Wine.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it there. So
we need to go try that out.
I haven't hit the new Total Wine yet.
Yeah,
me neither.
I haven't been there yet either, but we looked for it the other day because one of the bartenders that works for me, he's a gin and tonic freak. So I told him about it. I was like, you really need to try this. So
I don't know that I've ever heard anybody call it gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he knows every bar down here, and he's like, nope, do not go there and order anything tonic because it's trash.
Oh.
Their tonic is absolute trash.
A tonic snob.
Oh, no, he has a 1,000% of tonic. He'll drink well gin all day long.
But the tonic's gotta be right.
He will judge the
But if your
tonic to the
tonic is
floor.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense. You know, I only know of one tonic. And that's what's that? Schweppes.
Schweppes bitter lemon.
Oh, who knows what brand we have on the gun? It's all trash regardless.
That's true because they don't.
You know,
have
here's the thing I like about bricks though is that tonic's just a splash.
I mean, listen.
I mean,
gin is the first word. You know.
right? I mean,
You're going to get your money's worth. We're not going to cheat
bricks
you.
ain't messing around with their
No,
drinks.
absolutely not.
And
that was good.
Nigel steps in and says, "I'm winning."
That was good.
I have never burped this much in my life. I think it's because you guys put it in the atmosphere. Now I just feel like I'm going to keep doing it.
Like, oh shit, I can't.
I mean, look, you gotta put it out there.
all
You gotta
the burps.
manifest the burping.
So as far as like the beer, because you have a great beer selection.
Yeah, 33 beers on tap. Yeah.
The funny thing, I was actually talking about this yesterday. I was talking to Nolan down at Transparent. You were one of the first places that had really good tap selection.
Yes.
I know Jess Criswell, when Mingle was open, she was kind of the first one that had the bottles that we were like, I was like, what is this
one
shit?
did. She had crazy ass bottles.
Once Struthers went away.
That
You mean the
predates
peanut?
me.
Well, no, this was
Oh, I remember.
pre-peanut.
I went to Struther. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that predates me.
What's actually funny about that is when we opened. So before we opened, I went to the peanut because they had 30. They had 30 beers on tap, and I remember we went
but
there.
I think 6 of them were like Mick Ultra.
Well, yeah, absolutely. We went there and we were like, all right, let's. It was me and my mom and her boyfriend, husband. Let's go try some beers that we've never tried before. So like, oh, they have 30 beers. Let's go try from there. So we get there and fast forward, their lines are trash. We're trash. So anyway, so we go there and like we're trying a bunch of different beers, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, my goal is like I want to have the most beers on tap down here. So when we first opened, we only had the first 28 right there.
Just 28. Yeah.
28.
Just
So-
28.
Just only 28.
I think it was the first place down here that I saw that had Casey Beer Co.
Oh, really?
I remember from back in the day, and because I had just moved here from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And you guys did a Beta tap takeover. I was like,
Oh,
holy
I
shit.
did.
We did
Yeah.
multiples
Remember that?
of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sad they don't do those anymore.
I know.
My brother used to buy out whenever they'd get the strawberry.
Yeah.
That once a year.
Yeah.
He'd go out to Lucas on 150. And
I love Lucas
and
liquor.
just buy him out. He's like, how many cases you got? I'm buying them. And because it was his favorite beer.
Yeah.
And he just
Yeah.
keep them.
Yeah, those were the days.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Abita rarely distributes anything other than Purple Haze anymore.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything
But
since.
they're what was it, Bourbon Street series? Those beers were so good.
Yeah.
Like everything was barrel aged.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
so good.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was our goal. Our goal was to have the most beers down here. So we opened up. We had 28. We decided to add 5 more. So we put us at 33.
Yeah.
And then Llewellyn's open.
Yeah.
And I think they're right around the same. I can't remember. We thought they had a lot more, but it transfers all 3 bars. They're different. I mean, they're the same. So
Well, listen.
No, they're not the same.
They don't carry the selection you carry. They don't.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they got a bunch of fucking tabs. But,
Yes.
I mean, it's not. A lot of it's just macro stuff, which is fine. I mean, but if I'm going in there, I'm drinking a Smittix anyway.
I mean, that's fair.
You know, because nobody carries Smittix.
I don't know, but I think I've had Smittix in there, but I think that might be the only beer I've ever had in Llewellyn's. Like liquor only in there for some reason.
Yeah.
It seems like a liquor place, right?
Yeah.
So.
It's a place.
Yeah, I heard.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not 50 plus and divorced, so I haven't really been in there much.
I don't mind it. I'll go there. Like,
the patio's great.
Yeah, they have a fantastic patio.
Yeah.
Funny story though. Before we opened up here, before we even got in this building, we looked at that building. That's what was our goal. I was like, we should have that spot. Like, it's fantastic. It's perfect. Went in there, did the tour, got the quote on how much it was. They did not want to lease to us. They said, you're not pre-existing. You're not going to survive here. I'm like,
really?
You're not even going to give us a chance?
Wow.
Like, no, we're not going to lease it to you no matter what. So,
wow.
we had the capital and everything at the moment, but they weren't having it.
That's snobby.
There was a lot of work that needed to be done. They had a lot of foundation issues that need to be repaired, which is fine. We were ready to handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted a pre-existing
like
place.
Yeah.
But that was a huge space.
It is a huge
I mean,
space.
it's weird. Like the whole back bar
back
cave.
That's why I think it would.
strange.
That's why I think it would actually work really well for us, especially because we do entertainment every night we're open.
You guys could have that stage would have been great for you.
We could have
guys.
easily taken that back space and did our
probably
nightly
wouldn't-
entertainment every time. And
You
people
wouldn't
who
have made
wanted-
any city council people cry.
well,
I
like,
mean-
like I'm doing now.
Oh, I know. I'm just jumping right in.
We'll get to
we're
that.
there already.
I'm jumping right in.
We'll get to that. Calm your tits, man.
Nigel doesn't like me jumping ahead. He likes a very linear.
He's like, let's
conversation.
build
It's not linear. But I do want to go back though. At what point did you decide? Oh,
A bar.
I want to open a bar.
Yes, you asked that. I didn't get there.
You were
Sorry.
drinking gin and tonics.
or amaretto sours,
Amaretto
depending on what
sours,
year we're talking
yes.
about.
You know what? I kind of want to go back to an amaretto sour sometime.
Honestly, I
soon.
don't mind one every once in a while.
I mean,
I don't think I've ever had
If you
one.
go to especially if you were to go to like the W or Hand and Glove,
Yeah.
they would probably whip you up a fucking bomb ass amaretto sour.
Oh, I'm
you
sure.
know what we're doing? Post show amaretto sour. Tonight.
Done.
That's happening.
Where?
Done.
You name it.
Who the fuck's gonna make an amaretto sour
Listen,
on
do
Sunday?
we get a break? I'll go make us one right now.
Post show right here.
Right here we go. We got a decision. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So anyway, me. So I worked in retail most of my life. In 2004, I graduated in 2001. 2004, I started working for AIG, like a big insurance giant. Worked there. They went through some major, remember when...
So when they got bailed out.
the big bailouts. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The big bailouts, yeah.
The Great Recession.
So they started doing a bunch of layoffs. Unfortunately, I did not get laid off, fortunately.
I thought you said unfortunately.
I did say unfortunately, but fortunately, I was not
please
caught
let
at
me
that
off.
moment.
Unfortunately, I kept my job.
At the time, they even changed the name,
Yeah.
our company name, and did all this and that. 2007, our office was in Olathe. Across the street, they built that big Bass Pro Shop off 119th and Renner. They opened up a Longhorn Steakhouse there. And I was like, oh, let me get a part-time job. Let me just make some extra cash. Who knows if I'm going to get laid off from here.
Yeah.
So I went over there, applied, got hired on the spot to be a server. Served there for a couple of years. I was like, I would really love to bartend.
Should we be concerned about that sound we're hearing?
Nope, it's just the ice machine. Nope, you're good.
You're good. You're fine.
It's like a barley and vine. It was like,
well, I mean,
is
this-
it haunted? Yes.
No, this building is haunted.
Oh, I've heard.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. This building is haunted.
I've definitely heard.
So, yeah. So, I mean, sounds you hear, if it's that cack, that's just ice.
What was that noise again?
Cow.
I'm gonna try to sample that. That's gonna be a loop later.
Oh, my God, please.
We're gonna find a way to use that in every episode from now on.
Yes. Just give me a shout out, please.
Of course, we always do.
Aaron from Bricks. Cow.
Cacao, bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
So, started working at Longhorn, and pre-21, let me back up for a second. Pre-21, wanted to bartend. Growing up, always wanted to bartend. And me and a good friend of mine, I turned 21. He was a year or two younger than me. We would go to a liquor store. I'd buy a bunch of stuff, and we just started learning how to make drinks where I lived in my house in the garage. And we just pouring this, pouring that. First shot I ever learned how to make was a Surfer on acid.
Don't
what
know
the fuck is a surfer on acid?
Terrible, but
Okay, it should be.
I mean, if
No,
you come
I
back
can't-
with this as
honestly-
tequila rose,
nope, no tequila rose. I honestly can't even remember what's all in it. It's Jaeger, pineapple juice, and
You lost me at Jaeger.
oh my god,
maybe peach schnapps. I can't remember.
Oh.
But
will the
it's-
peach schnapps save Jaeger?
No,
No.
never.
No.
I mean, this is what I want.
No.
I'm probably telling the recipe completely wrong. Regardless, it's Jaeger.
Somebody's gonna get on there and fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to get canceled.
I mean,
Please listen. Sorry.
not much good comes from
No,
Jaeger.
not at all.
No.
So when I applied, I told him, I gave him my story. I really wanted. Nice.
That's
nice.
cute.
It was a push.
It's cute.
but
It sure was.
I said I would really love to bartend if the opportunity becomes available. Like, do you have experience? I was like, well, yeah, I made drinks in my garage.
What was it about bartending that attracted you?
I don't know, honestly. I really don't know.
He watched Cocktail 14 times in a row.
Honestly, I didn't see Cocktail until I was in my 20s.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, crazy. I know. Like, I am gay, but Tom Cruise never did it for me. So,
I mean, I can see that. You know. Yeah.
He's a wee little man.
yeah, right.
He runs a lot
He does something.
in all the movies. That's what he does. He runs. Anyway, so you don't know where that came from.
I don't know where it came from, honestly. I think it was just
Are you a cook?
no.
Because I feel like if you're making cocktails and shit, you're like you
I don't
have some
mind
career-
cooking, but I'm not like
Yeah.
a great cook or anything. I live alone, so I rarely cook for myself. So
Heard.
I feel like it's just a waste. I always have leftovers.
Making
and-
for one sucks.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It really is hard. It's just-
Drinking for one is way better.
drinking,
Yeah.
drinking for one is
I'm gonna tell you what I need to.
Always better. It's awesome.
Agreed. Because you're not wasting anything too. You have your backup in the refrigerator or in the bottles in the counter. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like you're not just making a bunch of things. And
Yeah.
It's gonna go in the trash later.
Not like you were doing in the garage making just random
Exactly.
cocktails.
Oh no, we
Fucking-
drank it all. Don't
Oh, you
don't get it twisted. No matter how nasty it was, we
still
drank
drank
it.
it.
And eating all the food can be bad for you, health wise. But drinking all the drinks is never bad for you, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Never. Everyone likes to say I'm built different. Like I'll drink all night long, multiple times. For example, last night I was out till bar close, went home, went to bed. Had to wake up this morning, 9 a.m. to bartend a baby shower. Literally.
That's a new one.
Wait a minute. Your name.
What's the
Bartending
grade?
a baby shower.
Heard.
There you go.
Mark that down at the 24th minute.
So yeah, we get to the baby shower this morning, and one of the girls who I was hanging out with at Sharky's last night, she's like, "How the fuck are you functioning?" I was like, "I'm fine." She's like, "How?" She's like, "I am struggling to survive right now."
Heard.
I was like, "I don't know. People just say I'm not a human. I don't know. I'm built different."
Super liver.
Training.
It is a lot of training. I feel like my liver is just like a stone.
You have look, if you want to be an Olympic athlete, you got to train every day.
It's probably all the Rumple Minze I keep drinking.
I'll let Rumpy. Yeah, you are. Yeah, he's a rumpy guy.
He knows.
He's a
Nigel knows.
I've had a rumpy with Aaron a time or two.
We after
You
the
can't go too hard. I mean, that's
oh, I
a
can
lot
go
of-
I
a
can
lot
go
of
hard
that.
on Rumple Minze and I don't have an issue.
oh wow.
When's the last time you had a rumpy?
Years.
Pause. BRB.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're about to. This is going to be a first. This is not the first time somebody's jumped off a mic and went and made us something.
No, but this is my
Rumpy though.
yeah.
So you
Wow.
know,
I mean, I'm saying years.
I'm more of a Goldie guy, but Rumpy's not bad. Did you ever have Goldschlager?
So, a good friend of mine here in the downtown area,
Okay.
we used to work together, and we knew it was party time. Like, it was on. She would order what she called the black and gold, a shot of Jaeger and Goldschlager.
Oh,
And that's how we knew it was on for her.
wow.
No, it's not a good drink, but
It intrigues me though.
the night was so fun when it happened.
No,
Because after this,
we're gonna have a mystery beer.
after
So
this, we're going to drop a little sound.
yeah. So to our first Rumpy on the show.
All right. back
We've
again.
Cheers.
we've drank a lot of things on the show, but
Cheers,
never
friends.
Rumpy.
Well,
Here we are.
buckle up.
Woo!
Delicious.
I don't hate Rumpy.
No,
Oh, I love it.
I hate Jaeger.
no, this is what the elves drink at Christmas time.
Absolutely. I
Seriously,
literally-
that's
Don't
candy cane liquor.
don't talk about Connor like that.
I said elves, not tweens.
Okay, I heard.
Did you say tweens or twinks?
Yes.
It's funny you should say you
Yes.
said twink because we've got a guy. Shout out to Connor.
cellar tween.
He's the assistant brewer, and that's the official title is cellarman.
Okay.
But he's too small and too angsty to be. So he called him cellar tween, and then somebody thought we said cellar twink.
I love that.
I hadn't heard that.
Oh, he hates it.
Well, I assume he's not gay.
No, he's not.
Okay. Well,
Is that
figures
a
like-
twink? Is that a gay
yeah.
term? Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Really? Let me break it down for you.
Okay, break it down for me.
Listen, this is the gay
Listen,
body
Linda.
body shape situation.
Okay.
You're a twink.
Okay.
And then you go into like an otter. Okay.
Okay.
An otter is like maybe the same shape as a twink, like a smaller built person.
Okay.
But they're a little hairy. Okay. Then you
This
go.
is great.
Then you go to a cub. So
Okay.
cubs are like just a little bit, maybe a little more built, a little thicker.
Yeah.
Not necessarily big, but and they have body hair. That's a cub.
Okay.
Then you're gonna hop over to the jock, fit,
Yeah,
built, hairless, whatever.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna bump up to the bear. I'm a bear.
Okay.
I'm bigger and hairy, whatever. And then you're gonna hop up to the silver fox.
Ooh.
I don't think that needs an explanation. You're older. I'm getting there.
Where Nick? Where's Nick on this? You're probably a bear.
I don't know. I would say maybe bear. I mean,
I got a lot of gray kicking.
well,
You're great.
unless you're over a certain age, you're not silver fox yet. So
What age do you have to be?
Yeah,
to
what,
be so-
what age?
I don't know. I don't want to go there.
I'm teetering on a cusp here.
Are you? Well, let's just say you're on the bottom of the cusp, and if you
Okay,
go
there
over
we
the
go.
cusp, you might be.
I
the
might have
silver
gotten
fox.
past the cusp.
Yeah, I got a year left in the fours.
Okay.
It's cute.
I just got into the fours, so
Cute. You guys are cute.
Yeah, I mean you're old as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Look at me. Can't you tell?
You're well seasoned.
Thank you. That's what we call it. No, you're not old. You're seasoned.
Yes.
That's,
You were. Never mind.
season that button. How about that?
What is it time for?
It is.
Mystery Bean. Oh my God.
I'm changing the drop. Thank you, Bree Burrows.
Anytime.
That's Bree Burrows singing
Yeah.
from
shout-
Big Rip.
Yeah. Big
I'm
Rip.
dead.
Hey, look, there's our previous episode, Team Cocktail. Lindsay
it is.
walking
Oh, I
down the
love
street.
Lindsay. I just met her the other day. She's fantastic.
Yeah. So
She's awesome. I just bought some gear from there yet today.
So this is part of the show where you get to do some work.
Okay.
So
you get to do work.
so
I
you,
always do work.
You might imagine this bag came from a golf course, right?
Okay.
Shout out to what the fuck's his name? Tony, Anthony, Medina.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This bag was
He
left.
told me all about this damn bag yesterday.
Yes.
Is this the bag from
Yeah, he left it at my house during COVID.
what's his name?
Arbanus?
No, where did he get it from?
We don't know. He won't come on the
Oh,
show
no,
and tell
tell
us.
us.
He told me. It was
Whoa.
John
whoa.
Daly. The golfer, John Daly.
He got the bag from John.
He said
Daly.
he got it from John Daly. It was an event.
This just made the
Well,
show
Anthony-
even better.
Anthony is a pathological liar, so I don't know if it's true. But he told me this elaborate story yesterday.
All right, wait,
how
from
he
now
got
on,
this from
this
John
came
Daly.
from Tiger Woods, y'all.
Tiger Woods.
No, John Daly is the drunk golfer.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's, yeah.
He's never told me that fucking story.
Oh well, let me get him on the ring.
So yeah, I almost invited him because we wanted to come on and just tell the story, and that would have been great. If he said, "Well, I was hanging out with John Daly, and he gave me his fucking beer
He
bag."
said it was some event, and they had them at every table.
Okay.
And he's like, I just was looking around, and I was like, I'm just gonna take this with me. And he said, I walked out with it, and then someone's like, oh, baby, those aren't for you to take. He's like, well, I'm taking it. Allegedly.
That feels like
Allegedly.
a story.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that feels like a story.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
so
if you don't know Anthony well, everything's a story.
I met Anthony once through a car window.
okay.
Never.
You and I were driving down
I have
3rd
things to
Street.
say about that. I'm gonna keep it to myself right now.
Okay. You
Anthony
get
does a lot through windows.
you get to
Oh.
heard. We're going to skip right over this shit right
Exactly,
there.
sorry.
You get to pick something
Okay,
out of there.
pick something out of-
and
out of the golf bag.
And we play a game, so you'll describe what beer it is.
Okay,
But
heard.
don't look at the
Try
ABV.
not to
I'm
look at the ABV because we play a game called Guess the ABV.
That was long.
Whoa. Yep.
How many things are in here? 3?
4, actually.
It might be a
1, 2,
two-hander.
3.
No, I think it's a one-hander. I think there are one-handers in there.
This one's long.
Well, just get it.
Oh, dang it. I just saw the
Oh,
ABV.
it's giant. It's giant.
like,
Can I put it back since I've had it before?
No.
That's fine. I actually don't think I've had this one. I've not had this variation.
This was a last-minute purchase, so you get to crack it open
Oh, okay,
anyway.
heard.
crack it in with the mic next door,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, do one of those.
That was real good.
It was coming. Good Lord, that's a
I'm
troublesome.
struggling.
He said he was a bartender, didn't he?
I know what I'm doing.
Sorry.
It just took a minute.
I spoke
You
too
know,
soon.
you know what? Take that back.
I spoke too soon. Oh, he's professional.
Come on, ASMR.
He's like, don't get it wet.
Hold on. Let's get this shit going.
I'll bring it back towards me.
There you go. Oh, you can't get it. There you go.
I just got hard.
Oh, that's going over the top.
That might
No,
be
it's not.
Is that our first
Stay.
I see you. I see your cookie.
Don't worry about the backside.
So she said. This is some. You might have more. Yeah, you might have more sound effects.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You might have to have a pouring sound in your.
This might be our first show hard on.
You must not know about me.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that out loud.
Dude, you got a cookie on yours, even though he spilled a little bit. But it's fine.
I did it all for the cookie.
So this is Tropic Force by Voodoo Ranger. Mm-hmm. What's this supposed to be? Tropical. It says it's
tropical IPA.
It's an Imperial IPA.
Yeah. So Voodoo is a whole line, and they have a bunch of different in the series. I don't think I've had Tropic Force that one.
I've never had this one.
I've had Juice Force.
Yeah.
I think that's what I thought it was when I pulled it out.
Yeah, because there's a bunch. There's 50 of them.
There's so many.
That's a shit ton, by the way.
That is a shit ton. That's pretty good for a 9%er. It doesn't taste like 9%.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
That's
Oh, that's not bad
You
at all.
got shit all in your nose, didn't you?
No, that's very mango.
That's some tropical goodness.
Yes.
I got a lot of mango in that.
I wish it was a little bit colder though.
Speaking of mango and tropical,
Yeah.
we're a few weeks away, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing so Barrel and Flow, the #1 beer fest in the United States.
Okay.
Hosted by our podcast daddies.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're doing. They did 55 collabs last year.
Was it that many?
55 collabs.
God damn.
And we got 30 of them. Oh, we need to start our campaign
because they hadn't all been dropped off at Mike's Beer Bar.
Yeah. So we're doing a collab with a brewery out of Pittsburgh.
For the festival this year.
Shout out to Helicon Brewing.
Where's the festival at?
Pittsburgh, PA.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So we're going to Pittsburgh next month, July, and we're going to brew a beer with these guys that we're going to pour at the festival.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing a tropical stout.
Yeah.
With mango.
Coconut.
Tropical stout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mango,
I'm already
coconut,
obsessed.
coffee,
You said stout, and I'm
cocoa.
in.
No, it's funny because Nolan has a tropical stout. Nice. You need to get in there though. You kind of turned away.
I did because I forgot.
You got to swallow that microphone.
I swallow a lot of things, and now I just got to learn how to swallow a mic.
Cheers!
Listen, I was told to have colorful language, and I'm going to let it rip, okay?
We're good with this.
So tropical stout is basically a Caribbean stout. It's considered a summer stout.
Okay.
So lower ABV, thinner body, but generally fruited.
Okay. Well, that was good.
Who had that?
That looked like that was going to hurt if you didn't let it out.
Yeah, exactly. So Nolan pulled it off. I need to bring you one. He pulled it off with no fruit.
Oh, that's right. I haven't had that one yet.
All the fruit character comes from the yeast and the hops. It's wild.
Interesting.
And it's darker than you've had Tippin' Stout.
Yeah.
It's darker than that. It's black as night, but it's thin, but it's juicy, if you know what I'm saying.
So was I in 1993.
Well, now you're a bear, so here we are. You're almost a silver fox.
Almost. I got life goals.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with either of those.
Yeah. So where did the idea is? Hey, let's start a bar.
Okay. I don't know, actually. I think it was, I was working for Longhorn at the time.
Yeah.
Finally got promoted, and they let me be a bartender. And my mom and I were Ange and I are really close. We're like best friends, my mom and I.
She's awesome, by the way, his mother.
Yeah, she's
I
good.
I met her.
She's here a lot. I mean, yeah. So we were just talking, and like she was like, "What if we opened a bar?" I was like, "Oh yeah, great dreams. Yeah, probably it's not gonna ever happen."
Go, Mom.
And I remember when it happened. I was still working at AIG and Longhorn at the time, and she called me in the middle of the day, probably around like 2:00, whatever. I was still sitting in my cubicle. She calls me, and I didn't answer because I'm working. And she called again. She kept calling. I was like, well, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So I step away, take my phone with me. I was like, hey, what's going on? You kept calling me. She's like, listen.
When somebody calls you,
Mike, which is her now husband.
Mike's
like,
awesome. Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike, honestly. Mike Denham, good people.
Yeah, he's good people.
She was like, Mike and Joe want to get in with us and open this bar. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, they're ready to do it now. Let's find a place. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Let's do it. Joe is Mike's brother.
Yeah.
By the way, he was also one of the owners.
Yeah.
Joe passed away in 2019.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Joe.
Yeah, R.I.P. Joe. Yeah.
That's actually how I got my ownership. I bought Joe's shares.
Okay, got it.
Because I didn't start as an owner.
Okay.
I was just the general
GM.
manager.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So now here I am. So that's what we did. It just started talking, and we were hanging down here, and I would just casually walk up and down 3rd Street, Main Street, Douglas, anywhere, and seeing what buildings were for lease or to buy. We walked across this building. There was a for lease sign in the window. So I took a picture of what I could see, sent it to the rest of the team. I was like, hey, this is for lease. Let's make an appointment. Let's go look at it. So we did that. We came in, looked at it, and it was terrible. They were okay. I mean, you see what you're looking at now.
Yeah.
Okay. See this border over here, like right above the windows?
Yeah.
That's where the ceiling was then. It was a drop ceiling of 8 feet.
I do remember that.
Wow. What was
These
here
windows,
before?
these windows weren't here. There was like 3 layers of wall.
Yeah.
Like it was.
That was all drywalled over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. When right before us was oddly enough, it was called the Rusty Spur, which is now a bar down here. But
But it was the last time a men's clothing store was
yes, it was a country western couture. you were buying button-up pearl snap shirts for $400.
When did that leave? I mean, I feel like that was late 90s, early 2000s when it left.
No, it left when we took over. They were still
Did
here.
it last that long?
Yeah. Well, I don't know when they started. I don't know that. But when we looked at the building, they were packing up and they were leaving. They were going to online only.
Right.
So, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have
So
one of
they-
those shirts?
No.
Pearl snap buttons.
Liar.
Last time
Just probably in the back of his closet. Where you
last
at?
time I wore country gear, I'm gonna say
You were country once?
I had some boots. I sold men's shoes throughout college.
Is that you, Al Bundy?
Oh, Al sold women's, but Al and I had a spiritual bond.
Come on, Al.
We had a spirit I understood that show in ways that
Connected.
yeah, we connected. I owned cowboy boots. I'm gonna say 93, 94 was probably the last time I owned cowboy boots.
Yeah. I owned cowboy boots once in my life, and they were the square-toed ones.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, they were comfortable. I hate saying
That's
that.
fair.
I hate saying that, but they were comfortable.
Did you wear a cowboy hat?
I've never worn a cowboy hat. When I was skinny back then, I could not get away with hats.
I
very
ain't
well.
never been skinny.
Like I was 145 pounds when I graduated high school. But
Well,
yeah,
skinny legend.
back then I could not wear hats very well.
He was a twink.
Yeah, you were a twink back then. Oh my God.
No fat, big ears. Hats did not look right on me.
Oh, twinking it out. I love it.
Yeah. So let me tell you. So obviously, I'm not a country person. When I graduated high school, is when my mom and stepdad, my brother's dad, got divorced. We moved out to Lone Jack with my aunt.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lone Jack.
Yeah, heard.
Okay.
Lone Jack.
That was the one I was trying to find myself.
That feels like a great place to come out.
Every day I felt like I was gonna get hate crimed. Every day.
Yeah, I can
So
believe that. Yeah.
that's when I was like finding myself. Well, I lived out there for about 5 or 6 years. I did make some really good friends, regardless, and everyone was very open to me. But one time we decided we were going to go to this concert. It'll always forever be Sandstone. I don't care what anyone
Yes,
says.
it's always Sandstone.
But it was like Yallapalooza or something like that. And like, all right, we're going to go to the concert.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I don't listen to country music at all. And so they're like, Aaron, let's go. I'm like, okay. That was weak, but
Yeah, it was.
it's like, all right, let me go over here to Chuck's Boots. Let me buy some cowboy boots.
Yeah.
So I bought me some, I don't even know how you say it, Ariats,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
So I bought me some,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
yeah,
That's a big brand.
Oh, it's a brand.
Ariats.
yeah.
I was thinking of like isn't that the Shriners, the Ariat Shriners?
Oh, wow.
Isn't that the little dude?
That
in
took
the little,
a turn.
Isn't that in the little go karts in the parades?
Shriner,
Aren't those the air? Oh no, it's the Air Rat.
It's close.
I don't know,
Close
whatever.
enough.
careful what you're saying because it almost sounds like something else.
Heard.
Anyway, so I bought me some cowboy boots and I went to like, I don't know, what is it? Feldman's? Is that the?
Yeah.
Yep. I bought me some fucking Wranglers.
Heard.
Isn't that the farm store?
Yep, it sure is.
Yes.
I bought myself a flannel button-up shirt. I never looked so country in my life. Someone gave me a cowboy hat. Like, no one would fucking recognize me.
Yeah.
Not a soul could
It sounds
clock.
like you're setting up a pre-OnlyFans page.
at Aaron Vigliaturo. OnlyFans.
Vigliaturo. There you go. You got to say it correctly.
Vigliaturo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to make your. I don't want to make your aunt mad.
She's passed. R.I.P. Aunt Liz.
You don't want to make her mad.
You know what? Ghosts.
Oh no, she'll get me. She'll come down and slit my fucking throat. So what'd you say? So anyway, yeah, went to that concert, got all gussied up in some cowboy gear. I was like, I don't know who the fuck I am right now.
You're going to hate yourself when you edit this because you're all up on the table and shaking your video. You don't care.
Do we edit? Really? I mean, for real, do we edit?
I mean, you're the editor now.
We just put that shit out there.
People still love it.
Listen,
you want me to let
I heard there was gonna be edits.
No.
I never told you I said that.
You didn't tell me that.
No.
Someone else did. He was like, "Oh, it's not live." I texted you the other day.
Well,
I said,
when I saw you,
it's
not live.
All I said when I messaged you, I was like, "It's not live, right?" And you're like, "No, it's recorded." I'm like, "Oh, perfect."
Yeah, recorded, but
I
not
didn't
edited.
even-
Recorded
really?
and edited are different
I didn't even
things.
think I was going to be
can't stand
recorded.
up.
I thought it was just going to be audio.
I was going to stand up.
Oh,
So-
video.
Yeah.
Video.
I'm glad
You weren't ready for
I'm
video.
glad I look cute today. You know.
I mean,
But so I don't do well with public speaking. So I was like low key. That
Stop
was
it.
weak sauce.
Oh, that just came out. I wasn't even paying attention.
that was a cry burp.
No, I wasn't even
It
paying
was a
attention.
cry for help,
my
is what
God.
it was.
Look, my life is a cry for help. I mean, let's be honest.
Same.
Well, here we are.
So, anyways, I was like low key a little nervous. I was like, I don't do well public speaking.
This is not public speaking. We are not the public.
No, but the public gonna hear me in a minute.
Why would you be nervous around us? We're a couple of doofuses.
I
with
actually don't think I've ever
microphones.
met you before.
I don't know that we've ever
I
actually
don't
met.
think
Like
so.
I've just taken your drinks.
44 minutes into the show. Hi, nice to meet
Hello,
you.
my name's Aaron. Nice to meet you.
I'm Nick. I'm an alcoholic.
Same.
All
You
right.
know, here's what I know about you.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Is I know that because I always volunteer during the festivals for downtown, the chamber, whatever. So I'm in charge of usually shutting down streets and checking in vendors, right? That's the thing.
Right.
Right here is where Bedoin and I post up. Aaron and his peeps always hook us up with booze.
Yep. That's true.
So you have met. Booze-wise.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'm just giving you a drink. I'm making sure you're properly
He
lubricated.
He is a man of the community. He wants to make sure
Absolutely.
that the community is taken care of.
I don't want you to get fucking dry throat.
Laryngitis.
No.
He did have some dude that tried to yell at me and John in
Me?
October. I don't know, one of your peeps. Because John and I were hiding from the rain inside there, and he was like, "You guys gotta get out of there."
Oh, I remember this, actually. I do remember this.
I'm
Hang
like-
on.
I'm like, dude, bro, it's fine.
That was a little better.
Yeah. Whew. Anyway.
Anyhow, yeah.
we don't need-
Keep us on track,
So
Nigel.
your mom's like, hey.
So this was the idea, yeah.
And so in your
So I-
mind,
so I
were
thought-
you like, I want to own a bar? Was that something you want?
Oh,
that
I was
a
like,
life goal?
I'm 1,000% on board. I'm tired of working for the fucking man. Like, I'm gonna work for myself.
Had
Okay.
that been a dream, like look, every dude sits around with their friends. And
Yeah.
like, we should open a bar.
Let's
No.
open a brewery. It only takes
Honestly, it
$1,500.
wasn't-
It only takes $15,000.
It wasn't even like that. It was just we wanted to do this, and I genuinely love making drinks and just being in public and talking to people.
Yeah.
What was that conversation with your mom though? Like when that happened, what was that conversation with your mom? Like, hey, let's
When
come
she
up with a
said
bar.
that, when she said Mike and Joe are on board, I said, no, y'all lying. Like, for real. She's like, no, for real. I was like, well, we'll talk after I get off work because this is a serious conversation. So we had the conversation. I'm like, no, we're legit. Everyone's down. Like, we have the money. Let's do it. I'm like, all right, how much money we got? Because it's going to cost some pretty penny.
Yeah.
Look, $15,000. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Nope. Not here. Not the space we found.
Nope.
I mean, if you find a space that's already there and ready, that's 100% different.
But
That's a joke from an earlier episode.
A shout out to the boys.
boys at Sand Hills. He says we were pretty sure it was only going to cost us $15,000 to open a brewery.
Lord
yeah.
Jesus.
To open a brewery.
If that was all it take, I'd have 18 bars open right now. No, for real.
Yeah,
Like,
for real, yeah.
if you were getting a spot, for example, Pink Elephant.
Yeah.
Okay. Before it opened,
Yeah.
Right.
it was prepped and already ready for a bar.
And
Yeah.
then the pandemic.
And then
hit.
it happened, and
Yeah.
they sold it. They bought into that and didn't have to do a damn thing.
Yeah. It's ready to
Here,
rock.
100% different.
Right.
This was a boutique,
Yeah.
and we had to gut it. We
Yeah.
went through 3 layers of wall,
Yeah.
a drop ceiling, which was nothing but garbage plumbing and old electrical. Had to gut all that out. Had to put bathrooms in. Had
Yeah.
to put a bar, like everything
Yeah.
from scratch.
Yeah.
it cost us a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, it was not cheap.
Yeah.
And at one point, it's like, are we doing too much? Are we putting too much money into this? Is it going to make it? Like, it was scary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
We opened up on Snake Saturday, and it was thriving. Things were good. It was a slow start, but, like, we made it work. COVID happens, and it's like, oh, shit. That got really scary.
Yeah.
We got really dicey. We didn't know if we were going to make it.
Did you do to-goes during
Yes.
that?
We did. We did.
I'm trying to
to-goes.
remember who all did, because there were a couple that didn't.
So that gives me goosebumps because I would tell you during COVID, I would come here and they would do, where to be food or drinks or whatever to go, and they always put these great. You want to burp, don't you?
No. You know what it was?
I still have
on
on my
nachos to go from Bricks. That was the
It just hit him. He was like, boom, it was the nachos.
Well, so we
so
had a rule, right? So in our house, because Nigel and I both lived down here,
Right.
so at our house we had a rule: Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays were support local days.
Yeah.
So we would walk downtown.
What about the other days? What the fuck?
Well,
He had to cook at home. We were all jobless at the time.
we had to pretend that we were cooking at home.
Right.
Okay.
I got to pretend like I'm a decent father and husband.
I was literally about to ask if you were married, so that answered that.
Like I have to pretend.
Okay.
But we made a rule that at least those 3 days were
Supporting local
We're
business.
shop local. So we would walk down and like my boy Reggie. Like I'm sorry it didn't work, but we loved going to what was Reggie's where El Plano?
El Salvador.
Sabor Latino.
Sabor Latino.
I love Reggie, and I know there's a whole lot of story into why that didn't work. But I love Reggie. We tried our best to keep them going. But yeah, we just walk downtown.
Yeah.
And get food.
We did.
The nachos here and burgers. And I got to tell you, though, your burgers have gone up since then. Post-pandemic, your burgers,
Oh, no, we switched.
whole new level.
We have, like, fresh-ass ground beef. Like, it's so good. It's
Like I
never
don't like to
frozen.
talk about burgers often because
Listen.
tacos greater than burgers.
He said fresh ass though. I love
Fresh
that.
ass beef.
Look,
No,
if
it's-
you're gonna get
it's-
some ass, you want fresh ass.
Absolutely.
So the one
But
thing I
they're so
loved,
good.
the one thing I loved, you would order something from here, and it would always be like a card.
note. The notes.
Yes.
Everyone told me that.
I still have there's still one on my
Did you keep
fridge. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Nice.
Handwritten fucking note.
We handwrote a note on
Yeah.
every single to-go order and just saying thank you for the support.
Yes.
We switched it up. It wasn't always the same. Thank you for the support. I hope you enjoy your food. It's
Yeah.
just little things. But,
No.
like, we're giving that little extra touch because y'all are what kept us going. You
Well,
know
and
what I mean?
love that everybody did their own little thing. Like Seth, I always love Seth at Old Libations, not New Libations,
Yeah.
Old Libations. Look, he'd get in his truck and deliver you freaking cocktail kits.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like my wife and I would sit on the porch and be drinking, and realize we were out. So I just get on my phone, order up, and here comes Seth in his pickup truck, delivering us the full cocktail kit.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Hannah Glove because that's
Hand it.
I did that during then.
During
Yeah.
COVID. I mean, that's where the Nigel came about. The bourbon burnt sugar latte.
Oh, really?
With Four Roses.
Well, during COVID, I'm like, well, let's put some liquor. Let's put some liquor. Oh, you tried to eat the fucking
I
Mike
tried.
that time, didn't you? Good
You know what he tried to
Lord.
do? Tried to swallow.
Spitters or quitters.
Bitters are for quitters.
But Hannah Glove, I always loved that coffee. Then we were like, let's put some liquor in.
We need something extra in there.
And so you can
Is that
still.
legit? You made that? You made it up?
No, it's bourbon burnt sugar
Well,
latte.
I think it was Shane that actually added it for us, right?
Probably the first time I was like, put some
We were
liquor in
sitting
there.
in there.
And then it became the Nigel.
Oh,
so you can
love
still
that.
so you can still go up there and order a Nigel.
Which I'm on.
I didn't know that. I'm
know
going
what
to
the
order
fuck
that
it
next
is.
time I'm there.
I'm launching a campaign to change the name.
To what? The double Nigel?
No, to Nick.
Good luck with
Just Nick.
that.
I got the guys on board actually.
Okay, fuck off. So
here we are.
You're 10 years in.
10 years in. Almost 10.
What
Almost 10.
did you look back and think, man, we were fucking crazy?
Yeah, I do. I think a lot of things, honestly. I mean, there's still goals we're trying to reach. Like, we have a whole upstairs we're trying to expand to.
I heard.
It's a process. It's a
That's
lot of
the part.
money.
That's the part that's haunted, right?
Yeah. Allegedly. It's everything.
I mean,
But, like,
I've heard the stories.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of stories.
after COVID, like, it depleted all the money we had built up, all like our savings. And
Yeah,
whatnot,
yeah.
You know? So it was like we had started from scratch all over again. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So now we're just like trying to get our funds built up. And there's no trends. Nothing's the same anymore. Our food service is not the same.
Yeah.
Like, we're slower on food now, but
Are you?
oh yeah.
I feel like when I come in though, people are ordering the shit out of stuff.
It's still like decent. It's not bad by any means, but it's not like it used to be. It's not like before COVID, you would come in on a Friday and Saturday night, and we would have, I used to have a host staying at the front door.
Yeah.
Taking names, seating people. I think we just don't need that anymore, and I wish we did, you know. But that's where we are right now. We want to expand and go upstairs, but it's just so much money because it's a complete, just like when we opened, it's a gut and remodel.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So
I bet people don't plan going out anymore.
I don't know.
I like everything feels very like you do events, right? You never know how many people are going to show up.
We can't find any trends anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Everything's spur of the moment.
Even though it's 4 years ago,
Yeah.
I still cannot figure out any trends. Nothing. Yeah. Even downtown days or Oktoberfest, it's still not the same as what it ever was. We used to have a long ass wait every time. Everyone comes in for dinner at the same exact time, and it was always killed the kitchen. So we would like, as we're greeting the tables, the servers, I said, make sure you tell them tables. Like, hey, it's a festival. I'm sorry, it's going to take about 30, 35 minutes for your food today because of how busy we are.
Right.
I'm always like, just let them know ahead of time. They're usually good. Now it's just we have that one rush and that's it.
Yeah, and we're 4 days away from the next festival.
I know. Yeah.
So as far as like you know, you've been in the bar business, right? The beer selection. I know you were drinking Amaretto sours and shit.
Don't get me wrong, I do like beer.
Did you think about having Amaretto on tap? That's really the big question.
I've actually been thinking about putting cocktails on tap.
Yeah.
But not Amaretto sour.
But you definitely have it, and I was telling this story yesterday. Your beer list is curated. It's very intentional.
It is.
It is. Where did that come from? What about beer? What did you get into that you're like, oh, I kind of like beer as well?
When we first opened, they asked me. He was a representative from County Beverage. His name is Chad. He's no longer with them. But he was like, okay, what's your vibe? What do you think you want? I was like, I don't know, Chad. You tell me what I want. And he was like, do you want to be IPA heavy? Because that's what a lot of places are. I was like, no, I don't. I don't personally like a lot of IPAs. I like a few, but not a lot.
Even though I made you drink one the other night.
No. And also, this one actually is really good. I really like this.
Remember the one I had? I was like, you got to try it. I remember. The Grains Attached Anniversary IPA. It was delightful.
Yeah. So he was like, okay, then tell me what you want. How many tap? At the time, it was just 28.
Yeah.
He's like, so
just 28.
He's like, so how many IPAs do you think you want? I was like, I don't know. Let's just start with 7. He's like, okay. So 7 IPAs. And then he's like, all right, let's plug in everything else. What are you thinking? I was like, I don't know. Tell me what you got. Give me some info.
So you were learning on the fly.
I was learning on the fly. 100%. I was
like, what is the
Nigel? I was not a beer person before we opened at all.
What is the thought process there? What is
my thought?
Because I feel like everybody loves IPAs right now, or back then especially, right? Like especially then, IPAs were freaking everywhere, all over the taps. Like,
my thought was,
I want a third stout, I want a third lager, I want a third.
Also, what we did before we opened, we would go to the big liquor stores, and I would buy 4-packs of all the random ass fucking beer you always see. Never heard of that. Never heard of that. We would take them home. We'd all do taste testings and be like, all right,
really?
We did our research.
Okay, all right. I love that. That's awesome.
I found out. That's how I discovered 3 Philosophers, Gang.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite fucking beers to this day.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But that's how I discovered that. Like, we're going to try out these beers. Is try before you buy it. you know what I mean? So 7 IPAs to start with. Let's get a variety. I discovered during that process that I love dark beers. I'm a stout person.
Yeah.
I'm a porter person. I love that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to find those beers, like summertime, but I always want to have at least 1 or 2
heard.
on deck.
It's always stout season.
Every season is stout season.
Yeah.
Always. So that was the process. Like, look, we're just going to figure it out.
So you basically it was like, not to quote Kevin Hart, you're going to learn today.
No, 100%. 100%. He's like, well, how many rotating seasons do you think you want? You're going to have 28 beers. I'm like, oh, probably 10. He's like, you want 10 rotating? I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, that's not necessarily normal. I was like, well, I don't want to be normal.
Heard.
I want to have variety all the fucking time.
Yeah. And you do.
Like,
and
he was like, okay.
I tell people all the time, I said, your beer selection is probably the most underrated.
Absolutely.
In downtown Lee Summit.
Especially before, like, all the little breweries around here. Like, before Grains, before Fringe.
Yeah.
Like, everyone came here for beer. They knew we had the selections all the time.
I mean, we would go to Waldo Pizza because they always had a fire collection.
Yes.
Even though that tiny bar had like 4 seats, and sometimes you'd have to elbow a fucking kid.
They have like 16 taps and 4 chairs.
Yeah.
Nigel, were you ever a part of our beer club? like back in the day.
I was not.
Did you have a beer club?
We did.
I don't remember that at all.
Obviously pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And before all the little breweries were
Yeah.
popping up, we would open up on Mondays.
Oh, you know what? I did come to one of those.
We had it open to whoever
Yes.
wanted to sign up. It would be about 30, 35 people.
Yes.
And it would always be a tap takeover. We'd
Yeah.
pick a distributor or a brewery.
I forgot about those.
And we would put them down here on the 5. Whoever it is, we'll put 5 beers on and we'll do a sampling. So we'll do this 5-ounce beer.
Yeah.
Everyone got one of those, and we made like a plate of tasting food, just simple stuff, salty, sweet, this and that. That would kind of pair well with beer.
Charcuterie board.
Honestly, it was very similar to that.
Charcuterie.
Carcucci board.
And it used to be just me, Mike, and Joe.
Yeah, I
They're
remember.
owners.
Yeah.
We were just doing it all ourselves.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I did do that one time. It was, because nobody was doing that shit.
No. And now it's hard to do that now because it's hard to find breweries that have 4 or 5 beers
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like tap takeovers are kind of a thing of the past.
I think so too. I mean, you don't have that many varieties that you haven't already had multiple times. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the problem I have now with County Beverage. Like the New Belgium and the Deschutes, they just don't have anything anymore.
Yeah.
Elysian came in hot when they
Yeah,
first
yeah,
got
yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Their beer, I fucking love
Yeah.
that brewery. They hardly distribute
What was
anything
the
anymore.
one? It was like God, what was that beer?
Well, the one they have still that's going strong everywhere is Space Dust.
Yeah, Space Dust, because it's got a great logo. It's like that.
Right. Yeah.
It's got that hop face and it's like spitting out space dust.
Question
which is
before I
super weird.
say this: who all hears this podcast? Do other bars and breweries hear this?
I mean, it depends. It depends.
So there's a bar down here that stole low key kind of stole Elysian's logo
Okay.
and changed it to flames to match their.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, that's that last building down the very far right.
Oh, okay. Heard, Chef.
So
You know what? I'm out of beer, Nick.
You know what I think it's time for?
Yep.
Although, you know what? Somebody's going to have to like chug or something.
wait, and before I don't know what you're gonna cancel me, but I do want to say something. else.
We don't cancel
Don't
on
turn
this
me
show.
off yet.
We don't cancel on this show.
It's a green button. You'll find. You're
Okay,
fine.
go
You're
ahead
fine.
then. I'll wait.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was multiples.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Look, this is happening. This is Nigel.
I thought you were about to turn me off. I was like, wait, I have more to say.
For somebody who was
All
all
right.
nervous and shit, right?
I was. Well,
I mean, if that
thankfully,
happened,
I had
this.
Was it the purple button? Can I push it?
Oh, yeah. Touch the purple button. Touch it.
Suck up. Ooh, I'm excited.
Mother.
Man, now you're both touching my purple
Listen,
button.
you guys thought I was hard earlier. All right,
Okay.
here I go.
Yeah,
Going
here
in
we go.
again.
Try-
Reaching down in this
Hopefully
deep,
the ABV is
big,
not as big.
furry box.
That came from John Daly.
Okay.
I also have a button that does the black diamond.
Do you?
This is very interesting. Hard seltzers with cherry, vanilla, bean, lemon, and lime.
What the fuck did you put in this bag?
903 Pink Ladies.
That was not good.
That's better.
Please
no,
read. It
no,
says,
my burps are bad
hang
this
on,
week.
it says, please read. I'm old, so I don't have good eyes.
May I have
It
your attention,
says,
please?
This beer is packed with fruit, much more than we've ever put into any beer ever.
It's the first time we've
Must be cared
I
for.
love that he's 10 years
unlike
younger than
other
us and he's
beers.
having trouble.
It said, must be cared for unlike other beers.
Does it say you need to shake it at all?
Nope.
Because 903. Oh.
I'm good at this now.
Oh, you are.
I'm going to
I'm going to be a regular,
That was
y'all.
dead sexy.
No, that was
That sound was dead sexy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
nice.
it is.
That was nice with it. Show you right.
Do you want a fresh cup?
No, we don't do fresh cuts. We don't give a fuck.
Perfect. I don't care either.
This is
I mean, like, I'm
Ooh,
not.
look at
I'm,
that.
Oh, do I need to do the camera again?
That is
your
chocolatey.
your ratio. I don't think somebody's gonna get short. It looks
Look,
like
this is not like who was the dude at Angry Swede?
It was,
Big Mac or something?
Come on, Big Mac.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Yeah,
Come on, Mad Dog 2020.
yeah.
Mad Dog did like 8 tasters, all equal pours.
Yes, from a 12-ounce bottle.
I'll give you my 12-ounce bottle.
It was wow. That was impressive.
Oh, you did good. Just pour it on
Don't worry about that.
There's a reason I bring these mics.
because they can get wet.
Yeah,
So can I.
that's what she
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
That's yours. This is yours.
Like, sir,
Cheers.
Or as the Spanish guy we met, my wife and I met on our honeymoon in Disney World, cheese.
Cheers.
He had a hard time understanding why the happiest place on earth didn't have booze.
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
I don't know what the fuck I just drank.
I don't know what to say.
As who was the drummer we had on the show? I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm very confused. Much like my sexuality.
I feel like
Let's be honest, I'm not confused
I
anymore.
was like, are you confused? I don't think you are.
was confused once, but
is this like the seltzer version of an egg cream?
it says it's a seltzer.
Right, but I mean,
It says hard seltzer.
Right, but is this like a seltzer version of remember the egg cream with it's seltzer, milk. What is it? It's
Cherry, vanilla, lemon, lime.
Where did you get this?
I got it at Fringe. This is called Pink Lady from 903 Brewers out of the metropolis of Sherman, Texas.
I don't know if I don't like it, but I'm very confused.
I know that I don't like it, but obviously I'm gonna drink it. But
Yeah, I mean,
like we're not rude.
another thing is, like, I like seltzers. But
that's not a seltzer. This is more like
This is thick.
You know what, Aaron? You know what it reminds me of? Something you might have mixed up in your garage that one time.
No.
When you were making cocktails.
You know what?
This is way better than that.
You know what this seltzer is missing? The seltzer.
The seltzer
The
part.
seltzer. There's no carbonation.
Yeah.
It's missing the
There's
seltzer.
literally no carbonation.
Maybe that's
to
it.
this.
It's flat. It's flat.
Okay, so how about we just do a cheers and let's just chug it.
Okay, heard.
Jeez.
Cheese.
Did you hear
Oh,
those
that was
gulps?
not good.
No, it was terrible.
Guess the ABV though. I saw it, but I'll let you guys guess.
That's not high.
I'm like 5.5.
Okay.
Maybe 6.
You know what? I'm gonna go 4.8.
Actual retail ABV 6.2.
Oh
No way.
Yes.
You know what that
that-
reminds me of, actually? It gives me reminiscence of the terrible year. The year that it was the terrible Boulevard Chocolate Ale.
Oh,
The raspberry chocolate ale.
Yeah.
yes.
That gives
When
me that
like
vibe.
everybody ran out to get it, and then
Yeah.
everybody was like, it was like early Twitter. And everybody's like, "Oh, this shit sucks."
They killed themselves in that chocolate ale.
Was that
the raspberry chocolate
Yeah.
ale?
Was
Was
Sorry.
that right after the sale?
No, they did chocolate ale before they got sold.
No, but
The
that one
chocolate
year
ale was always good, but
right. But there was that one year.
I think it was the raspberry year.
yes.
And it just
Yeah.
went.
Yeah. You know you know what that tastes
that
like?
was a good sound.
Did you
right
hear
there.
that?
Did you hear that sound?
Somebody melted a chocolate covered cherry in a glass of water.
Honestly,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. It's hard.
Honestly, yeah.
It's hard. So let's.
Sorry,
all right.
903. I usually love you, 903, but not this time.
I don't know you 903, but I want to love you.
I will.
That
I
was
will
a swing and miss.
I will say this about 903. They have no fucking boundaries. They don't
Where
give a- don't
are they
give-
located?
Sherman, Texas.
But that's
Come on,
what,
Sherman.
that's kind of what I like about 903. Oh.
Whoa.
I like that you hit different notes, right? Like it was a
Octaves.
multi-tonal. I mean, that was like if your burps were on a keyboard, you just did the whole.
Oh my God.
I'm dead.
What?
Deceased.
I love that about 903 though. Usually,
Yeah.
that they will just try anything.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, but that was a swing and miss.
It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you have to swing and miss to hit home runs.
Yeah.
Am I right or
That's
am I
about
right?
as sportsy as we get.
That's not as sporty as I get. You ain't never heard a sports quote from me before.
I mean, what's the quote? You miss 100%.
100% of the shots you don't take.
Yep, heard that.
That's 50-11.
That's a shit ton.
That is a shit ton.
I know that's right.
So let's change gears a little bit.
Okay.
So obviously, you've outed yourself on the podcast already.
Yep.
It is Pride Month.
It is Pride Month. Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride. That was a nice one.
Thank you.
You know.
Not bad at all.
Nigel hates my burps, by the way.
No.
I
whenever
can kind of tell. I feel like he's very judgy.
Yeah,
on the burps.
whenever I burp, he's the East German judge from 1988.
Wow. Because some of your burps are forced, and you know it.
No, they're really
I'm
not.
burpy and no whip.
So I feel like every time I felt a burp coming, I was like, all right, I got to make it known.
I mean, heard. I mean,
But I kept it here, waiting for it to like really
Build
exude
up.
itself.
Yeah, let it
and
germinate.
then I felt like I was like, I pushed it. So I apologize to all the listeners.
you know what? You know,
the video of that is going to be so good.
you don't
You're
have to,
welcome.
You don't have to apologize. So
Okay,
This is the no apologies tour.
yeah,
perfect.
We're on tour.
because I have none.
Why not?
So obviously, as a gay man,
Yeah.
you brought some things to downtown Lee Summit that they ain't used to.
Nope, not at all.
Them folks.
Not at all.
You know,
Them folks.
I mean,
you made a poor city council lady cry.
And there's a reason that your windows are tinted now.
There is, unfortunately.
And you've got the velvet curtains that have to close on the weekends.
Well, the curtains came before the tent.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And listen, I understand, and part of it, I'm gonna accept what we did. Like, sometimes it gets a little risque, and we probably should have had the curtains pulled. Whatever, regardless, but I don't care.
I had no problem with it.
I don't care.
So
but it was not that bad.
Well, when you get the cops called in the middle of a drag show and they had to come and respond.
Yeah, but
what,
that
what,
wasn't.
what were they responding to?
But here's the thing:
a lady drove by.
That was not about you.
I know.
That was about her.
It was about her. I know, and I know that.
It was not about the show.
But in my head, I'm like, okay, what can I can be better about preventing this situation.
So what was the situation that the cops had to...
She said she immediately messaged Bricks right then and there on her drive.
Yeah.
She said she drove by. This is what her comment said. I drove by, and as I turn my head and look at Bricks, I see a lady dancing on a table in a negligee.
A negligee.
A negligee.
Wow.
No, that's the word. That's the exact word.
Look, if you can drive and text the word negligee,
honestly, that's exactly what
I mean. Like you are both talented and not paying attention to this four-way stop that's like 10 feet
right
in front of you.
Yeah.
But she said that her 11-year-old saw it too. La 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 la.
If you're driving by, saw a second of a...
You know what?
Something.
You know what?
Fuck out of here.
You know what? Your 11-year-old has a phone. That 11-year-old
gonna
has
see
seen
a
more
lot more.
shit than what he saw, what he thinks he might have seen.
Yeah.
And at 11 years old, he didn't even know what the fucking negligee was.
Exactly.
Nobody knows what a negligee is.
Literally.
Who uses that word? This is 1950?
Well, I don't know. You were 10, so do you tell me?
Oh my God.
Boy,
So she.
I wish I had like the symbol hit now.
Oh, me too.
You know what?
Oh, I was going for it. I was literally reaching for it.
Hang on. Hold on.
No,
I think I got it somewhere.
We're
Oh, there
not-
it is.
I'm literally looking at all these buttons. I'm like, what can I push? I don't know.
Just don't hit the big red one.
So what she did was like,
Whoa.
I understand. I get it. Whatever. You're frustrated. You can send a message, but she straight up called the cops.
What are the cops going to do?
So they showed, and you know, Griffin,
Yeah.
she's a regular here.
Yeah.
They asked her to respond because they knew that she's friends with us.
Right.
So she comes in during the show.
Yeah.
So her and Mike go to the kitchen. She pulls Mike to the kitchen. She's like, I just have to come and respond. We have to. When a complaint is made, we have to respond. She's like, you guys aren't doing anything wrong.
Right. What's the fucking complaint?
She's like, you're not doing anything wrong. She goes, just make sure none of the entertainers go outside in clothing that's not covering things.
Don't.
That,
Well, honestly, but that's not.
Don't let
That's
the drag ladies go outside.
well, no, and she was just saying, like, don't make sure there's no nipples out.
there's never nipples out.
No, there's not.
If my shit's covered, just keep it real. I've had fringe stickers on my nipples. It's fine. My nipples aren't out. They're covered.
Wait. I'm sorry. We're going to get back to the real story soon. You've had fringe stickers on your nipples?
Well, there might have been a Sunday fun day where somehow.
I feel like. Do I need to call Eddie for video of this?
And maybe the next day at work, I was like, "What is on the?" I was like, "Oh shit, they're still there."
Were you still a
city employee? Yes.
an Ivory Tower employee?
Yeah, I was.
Ivory Tower. What is that?
City Hall. That's what you call City Hall.
Understood.
Well, I was trying not to be like, was that still where you work for the man?
what she said in her message.
Oh, we're attracting an audience. She just did a pose with her elbow out.
Oh no, they're looking at themselves in the reflection.
No. She was doing a pose.
Why,
How you doing?
It's closed. Look at the hours.
He's like, I don't see any. I'm looking.
People don't read
Oh, but
signs.
I like that she did
was for her looking at
Oh,
herself.
she did a whole like hip cock.
Because the tent is a reflection.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a mirror.
Yeah.
You see yourself only.
Yeah.
So we love watching people walk by and they're like, let me look at myself.
Yeah.
Give me some of this. Give me some of that.
So
Look,
so,
the mirror ain't ever gonna help me.
Nope.
I know how I look.
So what the police say?
So anyway, hang on. Back up. She said her 11-year-old looked and saw it and was like,
Okay.
Mommy, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah.
Mommy, why is
So-
that lady so hot?
Christy comes here. She talks to Mike. She's like, your guys aren't doing anything wrong. She's like, just make sure everyone stays inside.
Yeah.
Especially, don't let them go outside like nude or anything. We're like, well, that's that wasn't going to happen anyway.
Yes.
Like, we know that. Thank you for telling us. So ever since then, like the windows got tinted, and we actually have moved the stage now where it's not right in the window.
Right.
Because if you get up on the window and you look like this, you can see a little bit.
Yeah.
So we just moved the stage, and like I'm not worried about it anymore.
I'm not a fan of the tint.
I'm not either because it's a kick-ass bar, and people need to see those kick-ass.
There's people that drive by and then think we're closed.
Yes.
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 And also the lady that sits on the dais at City Hall. Screw her.
Which one are we talking about?
She's the one who complained. I mean, we'll say it.
What's her name?
That's Councilmember Faith Hodges.
Yep, I know.
Wow.
I mean, look, because her complaint was that my children might see a man dressed as a lady.
Okay, whatever. We're gonna move on.
So
let's talk about.
Why do you want to move on?
No, let's talk.
I kind of want to touch
Because
on it.
isn't that what we're talking about with Pride Month, though? Is that you gotta
I kind of want to
talk
touch
about
on
this
it.
shit out loud?
Heard, but my point is, I'm not moving on. At what point did you decide, hey, let's do a drag show here? Because it's not at least on
You're
the
right.
thing.
Sharina, you know Sharina,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of my bartenders. Love her. She's the biggest advocate and ally I will ever meet in my life. She's always like, her and I go to drag shows in Kansas City all the time. She's like, Aaron, what if we did it here? I was like, Sharina, I don't think it would fly. I really don't think
I
we
need
could
an
do it.
invite next time y'all go, by the way.
Oh, 100%. I will invite you.
Y'all love me a drag show.
She's been trying to get us to do it for years before we started.
Really?
She was like, I just think, Aaron, I think you guys, she's like, look at you. She's like, you are a gay business owner down here. Why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
I was like, I think there's too much fallback. I was like, I don't think it would survive. I think it would kill us.
As a business owner, are you really worried? I mean, like, what's the level of worry about that?
I'm low-key worried sometimes. I really am. We've had fun. Like, so when I promote our drag shows, which we do once a month, and I typically try to keep it now the last Sunday of the month, just so for a pattern for people.
Right.
I low-key feel like, hang on, let me back up. When I would promote the drag shows, I would promote them on all of our social media. Put it out everywhere. Hey, this is what's going on. Text us for because it's reservation only. You can't just show up. We don't allow that. And it's because of the same reason. Like, we're protecting ourselves to not let people in here that don't want to be here.
Right.
Not let children in here. And I don't want people saying, well, you're letting these children, you're grooming the children. No. It's 21.
They already knew they were gay.
It's a 21 and up event, and we just put it out there. Well, for the first 3 or 4 shows, I was sharing it to our Facebook, to our Instagram, to all of my platforms, and we were getting phone calls and hate and I can't believe you're doing this. We're never coming back to your bar. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you don't have to come here. Like, she goes, me and my 300 friends will never be back there. I was like, ma'am, you're 85 years old. You don't have to come back here. I'm fine with that.
Right.
Yeah.
There are 29 bars and restaurants here. Okay.
So we dealt with that for a hot minute. So
It's funny because even like last year when we did those Pride shirts, there was motherfuckers who was tripping about the problem. Like, get you some, the term GSB, get some business.
Well, and here's the.
I mean, what? Why do you fucking care?
why are
It's
you
a
worried
fucking
about it?
shirt.
What is it doing to you?
Well, here's the thing. Not only are you doing it, but you've sparked it. There are some other places in this downtown district that are doing it now too.
Yeah.
And like right now, we're in June. The downtown Main Street, the nonprofit organization that helps promote this whole district, right? Their Fourth Friday Art Walk is promoting Pride Month. They've got
Are they really? I didn't see that.
They've got a deal with student artists. If you want it as a business owner, student artists will come decorate your windows.
I did hear that. I heard
with
that
art.
student artists would do that. Yes.
There are people that have decided to be angry about that. Whatever.
Of course they're going to be. Of course. Like,
Whatever.
Dumb fuckers.
that's because we're grooming everyone.
Right.
Well,
Right.
You're grooming me right now, I can tell.
It's just I get so worked up about it
Yeah.
sometimes, and to see that my community that I'm now a part of supports us. Like, I don't know if you heard about this. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. It was winter at Arcade Alley. It snowed heavily, and overnight, someone walked through their patio, and in the snow on top of the picnic table wrote, can I be colorful?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They wrote fag on the table. And it was recorded, like they have their cameras and it was recorded. And Pat, the owner of Arcade, sent out a message and just hammered everyone. And like, this is not fucking tolerated. We will not tolerate hate. We will not do this and this. And then just made me feel so, because it was a night, me and Sean and Jordan, we were all there.
Yeah.
And we think it was the people that were there with us because we heard them making comments about us. And so we think it happened right after that. So to know that, and then to see Pat's response, like really just, it hit me. Like it honestly, it made me tear up. I'm like, I literally love so much that I have so much support down here from all the other business owners. And it makes me so happy. And it's really hard to come. I'm tearing up right now just because it means a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We are in a community that's dominantly conservative.
Yes.
And to find your home and to find your people that you can connect with and support you means so much. It means so much.
And I'll say this about Downtown Lee Summit. You know, some of the people I've seen at the drag show, frankly, for me, I'm surprised they're here. But then again, you can't, what's the old phrase, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Well, I would say,
and you know, it's some people I was like, they're here and they're having I love that when I see people I wouldn't expect.
I will say this, that, I mean, the majority is, you know, old white conservative, right? Mm-hmm. But I also will say that that's the louder voices. There's a lot of this town that will surprise you.
I agree.
That will show up as allies.
Yeah, I do agree. And I'm seeing it more and more slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no problem filling this thing when there's a drag show.
Oh, no.
I mean, and there's 2 shows on a Sunday.
Right.
And I've been to many of them, and I'm like, this is fucking great.
And it ain't all, like, you know, 30s, 40s ages.
No,
it's all ages.
it's all ages. Yeah.
I have a friend that comes every time, and she's
21 and older, just so everyone knows.
She's well into her 60s.
Yeah.
And she comes every time.
Yeah. What's her name?
Jane.
Lady Jane Cockburn?
No.
Oh, I was like, I'm out there really excited.
I really want.
I said, I just bartended her daughter's baby shower this morning.
I really want to give her that nickname, though.
Lady Jane.
we call our friend Lady Jane. She's 60 plus. Her daughter Taylor's our good friend. She's pregnant. We call her Lady Jane, like Miss Lady Jane. How you doing? She's like, I'm only coming to the drag show if I can sit next. She's from Texas. She got a real strong accent. I'm only coming to drag show if I can sit next to you, Aaron.
The real question is how the hell did you land Lana Lux? Oh my God!
I will give 1,000% props to one person who did that. Miss Jordan Moore.
Really?
Yep. We went to...
Shout out to Jordan.
No, 100% shout out to Jordan. She did that. I low-key feel kind of bad because Sharina was trying to get this fire started.
Yeah.
Jordan's the one who dug deep. We were out in Kansas City one Thursday night. And we went into Fountain House, which is a gay bar in Kansas City, which is
R.I.P.
closed.
Fountain House.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Great spot.
I'm actually going to circle back to that in 2 seconds.
Okay,
but we went in there one night, and we watched the show, and it was so good. I'm like, I fucking love her. Lana is a fucking amazing drag performer.
Oh, my God.
And she's like, Aaron, I'm messaging her right now and see if she would love to come and host at Bricks. So she Instagram messaged her right then. And Lana's like, well, I don't know any of you. I don't know Bricks. I don't know nothing. And so we got in a group chat, and I said, will you come meet us, come to Bricks, and like look at the layout and talk to us, and like let's go from there and let's see what you can do. So she comes in, and never met her face to face ever.
Yeah.
So she comes in here. We sat here right there. Me, her, and Jordan talked for a bit, and she was like, what is your expectation? I was like, girl, I don't have any. I was like, I don't know what to expect. Honestly, you tell me. I said, what is your expectation? What do you think could happen here? And she's looking at her, she's like, well, honestly, this is a great little like runway moment.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weak sauce.
No, that was actually not bad.
You know, it was weaker,
but it was
there was
forceful.
something about that little staccato. You know what that was? That was a burp version of like the Law and Order sound. Dun dun.
Okay, here we are.
So, anyway, so we're talking to her, and she's looking around. I'm like, this is what we're doing. I was like, she's like, where would we get ready? I'm like, we don't have much space, but this is it. So we close off
the bathroom.
One of the bathrooms. I don't know if you've been here for one. So we close off one bathroom, the men's. We make that the changing room for the queens. And we make the...
Well, because you can't show nipples.
We make the women's bathroom a unisex bathroom because there's 2 stalls. So we make...
It's fine.
So she's like, yeah, we'll give it a try. And we started in June. It was Pride Month. Our first one, June 22nd of 22.
Yeah.
And she was like, that went over... They made so much money. Like, it went over so well. She goes... One of the queens that were with her, she said, we made more money here than we do at Hamburger Mary's on a Sunday.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's taken off. And then a year in, it got so busy. We had to do two shows now.
Yeah.
So now we do a morning show and an afternoon show. And it just it's thriving. It's doing so well. Last year, we were nominated for Best Drag Show in Kansas City.
She was
Miss
best.
Lana Lux won.
Yeah.
As well as Nigel won Best Podcast.
Well,
you guys won Best Podcast.
Well,
Sorry.
this was the thing. I was here.
You were here.
And she was like, thank you guys for voting. Oh, by the way.
I told her, I said, hey. He won Best Podcast.
She's like, by the way, also in the house is Best Local Podcast Beers with Nigel.
He's texting me from that show, by the way. He's texting me. He's like, we just got a shout out from Lana Lux.
I was
Are
like,
you guys nominated right now? Because it just came out. Well, I just knew it just came out.
the pitch one again?
Not the pitch. This is Casey Magazine.
Yeah, I saw that one. I nominated this
Are
once.
we on that one?
Don't worry. We're nominated.
Hey,
We're there for Best Drag
can
Show
I-
again.
Okay.
Can I give a little
It's too late, though.
preview?
Of what?
There's going to be a Best of Lee Summit coming soon.
Through what?
Stay tuned through Link to Lee Summit, your local online news source. Coming
live.
soon.
But Lana messaged me yesterday while I was sitting here working. She goes, Daddy. Everyone calls me Daddy. Just newsflash. Hey, I'm Daddy.
You know what?
We know about daddies.
Yeah.
We know about Daddy.
You know what? From now on, Daddy.
No, it isn't.
We got podcast daddies. We got a bar daddy.
Well, I am the daddy of Lee Summit. So.
Okay. Oh, heard.
Oh.
Ask anyone. You walk into a bar, they're like, "Who's Daddy?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Aaron from Bricks." No, they know.
I love that because I've tried to get people because it makes him uncomfortable. I've tried to get people to call Donnie Downtown Daddy, but it really makes him uncomfortable, which makes me love it more.
Oh, I accept it fully. I'm like, give it to me.
Donnie doesn't love the attention as much as you do.
That's fine. I'm an attention whore. We had a Narcan training here earlier today.
I heard, yeah.
Just because, unfortunately, drugs are here and they're going to be around, unfortunately. But we're trying to make sure we're on top of being protective and safe. And if we have an issue, we want to be able to help. So one of our good friends, Courtney, she came in. She works for a prevention place, whatever. I don't know. So she came in and she did a demonstration of what to do, how to recognize overdose, and what happens if someone is overdosing. And she was like, "Can I have a volunteer if anybody wants to act like they're getting Narcan?" I was like, "Oh, I love attention."
Does every bar down here now have Narcan?
We're trying to do that. So this was the start. So I invited. There's a group chat of all the bar owners down here, and I sent it to them.
Shout out the Strother District.
Shout out to the Strother District.
Strother District.
I invited every bar down here. I said, if anyone wants to participate, send your bartenders, whatever you want. I said, this is open for everyone. We're Bricks.
Who didn't show? I want to know who's ass to kick.
None of them showed.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Not one. We did have representatives from Stewie's, Main Slice, and Arcade. But
Here we are.
But it's fine. Courtney said, and I sent the video out to all the bar owners of the demonstration. We streamed it.
Yeah.
So I sent it to them, and I said, Courtney said, if anyone wants to do another training or anything else, she's more than willing to help do that, because it's a real issue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so.
Can Narcan help with some of the dumbasses down here?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Is there dumbass can?
Nope. Not that's been discovered yet.
I mean, let's face it. There's a lot of dumbasses down here on a Saturday.
Oh,
night.
1,000%.
So as far as like Pride Month,
yeah.
As far as Pride Month,
wait.
you've okay, go ahead.
No, I want to. Pride Month. One more thing, because we did just get nominated again.
Stop
Good
it.
job.
No,
Good job, Nick.
No.
Look, sometimes a small one's fine.
Here we are.
I'm not a size queen, so I don't care.
Size queen. Just quit twinking over there, man. Twinkie bear.
I'm a bear fox.
A buffox.
A bufox.
So I did want to say that because we did just get nominated again for Best Drag Show in Kansas City. And we're trying to pimp ourselves out. So
As you should.
please go vote. KC Magazine,
Yeah.
Best Drag Show in Kansas City. It says Lana Lux, Bricks Drag Show.
Okay.
So
When is the
please
next
go.
one?
The next one is
The 19th.
The 30th.
30th, 19th,
30th, yeah.
19th, 30th.
June
You were thinking of
30th.
May. You were thinking of May.
June
heard.
30th,
Yeah.
Downtown Lee Summit, Bricks. Be
Absolutely.
here. Okay.
And follow our Instagram because that's where you have to make reservations.
Why don't you say it? What
also-
is your Bricks? What is your Bricks Instagram?
It's Bricks Pub.
There we
At
go.
Bricks Pub.
There it
Yep.
is. It's pretty simple,
But
huh?
also give it a little teaser,
Ooh.
just for anyone who wants to.
You can't. Don't show your nipple as a teaser.
Oh, I'm not.
The cops will
I'm
get
not
mad.
here at least. July 14th.
Okay.
Okay, very random. But we are doing a fundraiser for Miss Lana because she competed in Missouri's Miss Continental.
Yes.
And she got second place. So she now gets to participate in the national Miss Continental. So we are doing a fundraiser for her on July 14th. And me, Kirsten,
Okay.
one of our bartenders, Boy Jordan, they're dressing us up in drag.
Oh, let's go.
And we are and we are performing the house down Boots
Here?
here, July 14th.
What is that? A Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
Put that on the
You
calendar.
know what? You know what?
No,
You-
please, I want you guys to know.
You need
Like,
to break out, Nigel. I'm sorry.
What's
You need
that?
to break out your video skills for this.
Shoot some video of
honestly,
it?
You need to
should.
shoot some video of this.
I mean, I can do that. It's fine.
Yeah, I need to be ready because I feel like
reach into your bag.
Listen, I know after my performance, I'm getting booked. I know I'm getting booked after that.
I like
am
it. He's got
ready.
confidence.
Oh, I do.
Do you have
because,
aspirations to queen it up?
honestly, I've never really had aspirations to be a queen, but I've been I performed my entire life. I did yell leading in high school sometime. I did cheerleading with them, did the lifts and builds. I danced. Like, I'm a performer.
Okay, heard.
I am theater.
R-E,
Listen,
not E-R.
He's also a lyrical gangster.
Lyrical. I've been walking around my house in heels, just preparing myself for that day.
Oh, you know what? So,
I love that you are prepping.
Oh yeah. Come on, prep.
Nick, you ever worn any heels?
I have not. That
What size shoe you wear? You want to borrow some?
that frightens me a little bit.
Well, so when Jenny did, Grains did her little
I
fundraiser.
feel like I would be a klutz.
And
Moira is performing here.
I heard.
Yeah, this month, the 30th.
So
She's awesome.
So
I'm excited. I've never seen her perform.
Oh, she's really, really good.
I've seen her multiple times because she comes down after that.
Yeah.
but-
She was on the show last year.
Yeah,
was she really?
Yeah.
That was my first drag crush.
I love that.
And then I met Lana.
Mora was replaced?
Oh.
Drama!
No. I can have two crushes. Fuck off, bitches.
Well, I've been trying to get Moira Rose.
You're like, is it a drag show? Is it Schitt's Creek? Whichever one.
I'm trying to get Moira here. Why do I keep saying that?
Weird. You're nervous, remember?
Not anymore.
He's had a few drinks. We're good.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Anyway.
he had the cherry chocolate not seltzer.
Well, let's do this then.
Mystery beer.
Hang on.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
We're ready.
Go,
I'm giving you guys the sound bites all day.
Yeah, the sound effects
I'm
and
gonna
all.
have to do some like real work later.
You got to catch all the fun things.
Look west.
That way. That way.
Ain't not one person here look the same direction.
I looked over there.
That way.
No, you looked that way
No,
first.
I did. I went like this. Oh yeah.
Ooh, a cider and wine project.
Okay.
Where'd this come from?
That's some beer karma. I don't know who gave me that.
Ooh, this
Nigel,
sounds delicious.
how do you get beer karma, Nigel? Let's talk about that for a second. Let's remind the peoples.
Beer karma.
Hang on before you do it. I was ready until that.
He's struggling. The struggle is real.
I ain't got no nails anymore.
Well, he was chewing them off because he was so nervous about the show.
Yep.
It's tight.
Well, that's what she said.
Fail. All right, I'm ready.
That's good.
Solid.
That's very nice.
That's sissy, like motto.
You know what?
That's very
You know
nice.
what?
Maybe cheerleader.
Fizzy.
Just fizzy.
All right, Nigel, how do you get beer karma?
So there's rules, Aaron, in life. We have rules.
Oh,
Rule
I was like, you already gave me the rules.
No. These are life rules, not rules for the podcast.
Understood.
Rule number 1: don't die.
Rule number 2.
I try not to die.
Rule number 2 is don't be a dick. And that
I succeed there.
That covers a multitude of sins. But if you're a dick, it ruins your beer karma.
I like dick, but I'm not going to be one.
Okay, heard. That's a pretty beer, by the way.
It is. Well, it's a cider, but
Okay, well, my bad. Okay, Lord.
He just sloshed over the top.
We are not in your garage. Calm down.
we're not mixing.
All that sloshing.
I'm dead.
You gotta know where you're aiming, man. Come on.
Come on, babe.
Oh, sorry.
Cheers. Do we want to do
One
it
more
again?
I'm here for the sound bites, y'all.
You know what? Daddy's here for the ASMR.
Yeah, I am. You ain't never had a better one.
Woo! That's got some
cidery.
Yeah, it's got some cider sour
That's
type
got
situation.
something.
Should I look
You know
west
what?
again?
I'm confused again.
Well, I haven't been confused since 2000.
Well, look, you were in Lone Jack. I mean, even without your sexuality questions, Lone Jack's just confusing.
I wasn't in Lone Jack until 2002.
Bloody hell.
Regardless.
Are you a Lone Jack grad?
Absolutely not. I did transfer there during my sophomore year because that's when my parents got divorced. Finished up my sophomore year there. Where's done? I was like, I'm not fucking going back to that school.
I don't know what this is. This is very weird.
It's
You said it's like a hybrid.
it
It's
says
a
it
cider.
is a cider and wine project.
It's
Is
winey.
it a cider? Is it a wine? Is it a beer? I don't know.
It's
And
not a-
here's
it's not a
an
beer.
important question.
Consume fresh, please.
Is
That's what
this
it says.
more or less confusing
More.
than the seltzer?
This is less confusing to me. I get cider. I get wine. That pink lady, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was some weird shit. Exactly. Bear sounds.
Good try.
Oh, wow. What is the? Whoa! Bloody hell!
Wait.
That was wet.
Wait a minute.
We had a conversation.
Anyway.
We're just gonna no more show, folks. We're just gonna sit around and make noises.
Yeah. We had a
favorite
conversation
part,
last
honestly.
night. Apparently, out in the wild,
That was just me fun.
Why does he always like to
I
touch
just-
my purple
I
button?
just want to touch a button.
or is that a pink button? Which one is it?
Well,
It's
that's
fuchsia.
It's fuchsia.
It is fuchsia. You're correct.
Yes. Thank
You are correct.
I had weird
anyway.
cousins. They had a band in the 80s. It was called Fuchsia, and they misspelled it
How'd they spell it?
with a Z.
With a Z. You just can't help your fucking self.
Okay, I'm done. I promise.
This is the
I'm not
first-
going to touch it anymore.
Phrasing. Lies.
With that.
Yeah, they spelled fuchsia with a Z.
Wow.
Wow.
It was the 80s. I don't know.
Fuchsia?
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
It was very weird. They were weird.
This is 98.7 with Fuchsia.
So we're gonna wrap this shit up. We're an hour and a half in.
Is it time?
What does Pride Month mean to you, man?
Ooh.
We had more cry last year on the podcast for sure.
I already teared up, so we're done with that.
Mom was just checking her
I was like, did they
That was
look in
awesome.
here?
No,
Sorry, no
Mom,
negligees here.
Mom was just checking herself out as she walked by.
the police come in. Are you guys doing a legal podcast?
No, he's just touching the purple parts.
You see, I knew he wasn't done.
You know what's
You
funny?
said it.
He
You
goes-
said purple.
But I
so-
love those. He goes one finger just all like just a little nervous. Like, can I touch it? Can I? Can I?
I kind of want to know what the other buttons do because I want to keep pushing everything. Don't tell me because I'm going to do it. So. Okay, Pride. It's a lot for me and a lot to do with like my life has changed so much, especially since we started doing drag shows here. Everything has changed for me. Like I have become more myself than I have ever been, honestly. Like I found myself in my 20s. But I really fucking found myself when this happened. And I have found a community of people that love me and appreciate me and accept me for who I am. And I've made so many friends. And like, I feel like I've seen so many people go through the process and understand themselves through what I'm doing. And that's what it means to me. Like, I didn't have the best upbringing and coming out stories. But to be a part of other people's coming out, like, it means a lot to me. I really want to be that person. I want to help anyone who's here and anyone who needs that. Like, I'm here for it. I want to do it. And I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. Like, I don't care. You can try to shut us down. We're going to do our drag shows every month no matter what. I don't care. But it's to know, especially people like Pat with Arcade Alley that support us so much. They literally said they want to live stream our July 14th drag show.
Oh, hell yeah.
To see us doing our thing. He's like, we love that for you guys. Pat came to his very first drag show last month here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It really
like
is.
I said, when I saw him rolling, I was like, "Oh, Pat's here."
You know what? We can make that happen.
What's that?
We can do a live
stream
stream, and every bar down here that wants to put it up on their TVs, they can do it. We can make that happen.
Who do you? I'm like, you know somebody from the government?
No, we can make that happen right here. Me and you.
I
can
love
make that happen.
I will put you guys at the table if you want to try it.
Okay,
That's the easy.
So you gonna be mobile? You ready to follow these queens around?
I mean, look, Nigel's the camera genius.
We're gonna strap a GoPro to him.
Nigel can do whatever you want with a camera. He can go anywhere.
But I also wanna do say, like, I know the things that are being said about us with the city council and the people, the faith.
It's just one. It is
one, and that has inspired me to. I want to run for council now. I really do, and it's in my head. They tried to get me to run the last term, and I wasn't prepared for it. But 2 years, I got 2 years to prepare myself, and I want to do it.
I would love that.
I really want to do it.
I would love that. You would fucking win.
I'm 100% in.
Because being a city hall refugee.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The motherfuckers I've seen.
Recovering public servant.
Sure. The motherfuckers I've seen that been on city council, I'm like, who the fuck voted for you? Because I did it for 12 years. I was at those meetings every fucking week, and I good burp. I was like,
I just turned my head.
How did you?
Why did I do that?
How did you get voted? I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you asking these dumb questions? Stop it. Stop it.
Because most of them are dumb. Oh my God. I can't say that on my other show that I do locally, but on this one I'll say it. Most of them are dumb. Thank you.
That was
You're
cute.
welcome.
That was cute.
But
Cute burp.
the hate has inspired me to want to be a voice for other people.
Yeah.
People like me, people who support me. Not even just that, but like as business owners too, because I feel like us business owners don't have much of a voice either.
And that city council, or whatever city, I don't give a fuck. It needs representation of
1,000%.
of everybody.
Of not old straight white person.
Yeah.
That part.
So that's the other side of this of pride. So the other question is what not only what does it mean to you, but like for people like us, who look, we'll add a rainbow to our logo this month.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Like how far do thoughts and prayers go? So what do you want more of from us that want to be allies?
I don't want to see all these companies and corporations. Oh, it's Pride Month. Let's change our logo for a minute. No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want to see support. Like throw something, do something. Don't change your logo.
Hey, maybe do a podcast for Pride Month.
Maybe do that.
There we go.
Some action.
I've been so excited and talking about this since you and I talked.
Yeah.
And I've been like so hyped and so excited about it. But then I got really nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, no, Aaron, like you're going to be a voice for us. Like go do this. You're going to be a big voice because, they got the best podcast in Kansas City in case you didn't know.
Heard. Bong bong.
I don't. He just tried to silence your bong bong.
That was just me just hitting the button for no reason.
You can't silence the bong bong.
Hey,
no, I don't want to.
Look, I'm gonna shout out to Brian Macbeth. You know what he always says? Buttons aren't toys.
Brian Macbeth is wrong.
I don't know Brian Macbeth.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw that out.
Brian,
Buttons
apparently you're wrong.
are toys. I mean, am I wrong?
Nope.
Songs of life.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Black Diamond.
Fun fact.
quiet
So,
steeples
Black Diamond is doing his
valleys.
famous spaghetti tonight.
What?
He's doing
First and foreskin.
beer name.
I want to use that.
Please do it.
Beer name.
I'm going to be one of these buttons.
Oh.
Whether it's, oh my God, or anything. I'm going to be one of these buttons.
Look. There's going to be a drop that
Just for
includes
you.
your
What was the other one? You said, that's going to be it.
I'm adding him to the Bree Burrows button after this episode.
Yeah.
Meow.
He just meowed.
It's gonna be. You know what? That button will now be a collab between Big Rip Brewing and Bricks.
Yes! Love it.
Bree would love that. Have you ever met Bree?
I don't know. I don't know.
She owns Big Rip Brewing. She's one of the few female.
I feel like I have, but
Female-owned breweries. I
love that.
She's a lovely, fucking amazing fucking force of nature. You would. We'll get her to come to these
yes,
things.
please.
And I think he needs a Big Rip on tap.
Heard.
I will.
Does she
Yeah.
distribute?
that's
What's her
what I was about to ask.
distribution
Who
game?
I don't know.
distributes it?
I don't know.
I feel like I've seen. I think it's Craft Republic.
Probably. Yeah.
I think it's Craft
Yeah,
Republic.
Craft Republic is the smaller.
I'll look and
She
see.
is. I got one word for her. Bad ass.
Yes.
We love a bad bitch.
Yes. Who doesn't? So tell people where they can follow you, follow Bricks.
Okay.
Where
guys
can
can
they find you?
first of
where is
all,
Bricks? Let's talk about where
Bricks is at 18 Southeast 3rd Street, downtown Lee Summit, Missouri. You can follow Bricks on Instagram
on.
at
He's getting his drag voice on now.
I think he went. He
Do you
went.
guys
It was
want
like he was
a
from
little,
Brooklyn
you guys
and
want a little
shit.
sneak peek of what my drag name might be?
Oh yes.
It's still in a workshop period.
Okay, heard.
Let's workshop it with the people of Kansas City.
We're thinking Bella Finocchio. It's Italian.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Bella Finocchio.
I'm like the white sauce on that.
Do you want to
Please.
know what it means?
His nose grows longer.
You want to know what it means?
What's that?
You ready? Buckle up.
I'm buckled.
It's Italian, and it means beautiful faggot.
Whoa.
You know what?
Hey, listen, it's my word. I can use it.
Whoa.
You know
Wow.
what?
Look, I take my
You
word
know
and I
what?
use
That's
it.
fucking beautiful.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting that.
Bella, no one expects it.
Nobody expects
That's why
that.
it's fantastic, honestly. Bella Finocchio. I just got beeped. Y'all.
Why do you keep touching my purple button?
Because it's pretty.
We never. Before we go.
First of all, it's fuchsia.
Looks West.
With a Z.
ABV on the Looks West.
Oh, shit. On the Licks West or Looks West?
Both.
I'm going to say 6.5.
You know what? 6'8".
I'm gonna go 6'9", of course.
Well, do you know what it is?
No, I do not.
The actual retail ABV?
6.8.
Oh, we got it.
That's my money
Nick
shot
got
for this
that
episode.
shit. Yes.
Good night,
Good
folks.
job.
Drive safely.
Good night.
You've been listening to Beers with Nigel, a show about beer and other stuff, hosted by Nigel Woodbury and that other guy, Nick Parker. Beers with Nigel is poured for you by Dire Oil Graphics, providing bumper-to-bumper graphic design, promo products, and print services. Find them at direoil.com. Beers with Nigel is a proud member of the Fredcast Network and is available on all of your favorite podcast flavors. Find Beers with Nigel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and ask Alexa to play the Beers with Nigel podcast.